Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to Old School Runescape. Last time, we sort of helped some ogres with the zombie problem. Kind of. And also solved a murder. So that's cool. Today we are talking to Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Hi!
Yes, welcome to the zoo. I'm afraid I'm kind of busy right now. What was it you wanted?
Ah, you look like someone who needs a quest doing.
Actually, now that you come to mention it, you might be able to help me. A few weeks ago, we had a delivery of northern ferret. They're funny little creatures. Turns out they're tricky little blighters, too. Whilst we were unloading him from the cart, he managed to escape his cage. What's more, he gave the driver a nasty nip on the way out, too. This was obviously a bit of a blow. You can't make a new attraction without any animals. We got in contact with one of our associates, a huntsman called Nikolaus, who agreed to capture us another. Funny thing is, we haven't heard from him for some time now. I don't suppose you'd mind having a look for him?
Sure. Any ideas where I should start looking?
Well, the northern ferret is mostly found around the mountains, just west of the gnome stronghold. So that would probably be as good a place as any to start looking.
Okay, thanks. Alright, we have started the Eagle's Peak quest. We are not going to be doing that quest just yet, because on our way there we are going to probably start and finish an entirely different quest. So, yeah. I don't actually know how long these quests are. They're not too terribly long, from what I remember. So honestly, we should be fine. Alright, we're here in the Gnome Stronghold. I believe we got to go over this way. Okay, where are we going? Over there, sorry.
Going the wrong way.
Oh, hello, Brimstale? Brimstale. Hello, adventurer. What can I do for you? What's that cute creature wandering around? Oh, they're another person to teleport to the, Essence Mine. Cool. Oh, is he? He's my pet. What kind of creature is he? I'm not sure. He's very cute, though, don't you think? It's very restful having a pet, especially when you are stuck in a cave for as long as I am. So, what do you do down here anyway? Isn't that obvious? I investigate thaumaturgy. I research the arcane. I attempt to explain the inexplainable. You study magic, then? What kind of magic? I do a bit of magic myself, you know. Are you a budding mage? I can tell you more about my research if you'd like. Yes, that sounds fascinating. Excellent. It's so rare I can find someone to discuss my researches. Most gnomes seem to find it all very tedious. Never. How could they think that? Though I suppose gnomes aren't known for their magic. Well, that's true. These days, apart from a few combat spells, most gnomes seem to be a bit suspicious of mages. Really? Why is that? Well, there is a bit of history there. Do you want me to tell you about it? Oh yes, I love a bit of history. Very wise. A good knowledge of the history of magic is crucial to understanding the arcane. Well, the most famous gnomish mage of all got into a bit of trouble. Most gnomes don't really talk about him, other than telling stories about him as if he was some sort of boogeyman. Ridiculous! He was a gnome like any other. He sounds like a fascinating character. He was one of King I've said this name before. Helthorg? Helthorg, yes. He was one of King Helthor the Great's advisors during the Grand Migration, but he was exiled after the Goblin Wars. Why was that? Well, I'm not really sure. This was all before I was born, and no one talks about what happened to Glouphrie these days. He must have had something. He must have done something very bad then. Well, maybe. I'm not so sure. As it happens, I've been looking into that part of our history. All I've managed to establish was that he was particularly interested in optics and light magic. It's hard to see what he could misuse. It's hard to see what he could misuse light in a way that would get him exiled. Well, indeed. I have also found out that he was generally disliked by other gnomes. His moniker was Glouphrie the Untrusted. Oaknock the engineer and Glouphrie didn't like each other either. Oaknock? I haven't heard of him before. Oaknock was an engineer and architect. Very famous. There are statues of him around the place. His reputation among gnomes is second only to King Brain. I just said it. Helthorg. Brain. Helthorg. Do it. His reputation among gnomes is second only to King Helthorg himself. He built most of the stronghold you see today. You know. Okay, fair enough. Are you really interested in all of this? Do you want to see something interesting? Yeah, of course. Well, have a careful look around at everything in the next cave and come back and tell me what you find. Okay. I will do so. It's quite quiet in this cave. This is a beautiful and elegant-looking crystal bowl. It is clearly of elven origin and reminds you of a large crystal drinking glass. Every now and again, you're sure you can hear the bowl resonate with sounds echoing around the cave, giving off a keening noise that makes you think for a moment that it's calling home. A broken statue of Glouphrie the Untrusted. So it's broken off of the pedestal and is leaning against the rocks. I understand. Okay, interesting. You look at the machine. It's an impressive piece of work, though it looks like it was made using a strange combination of materials. There seems to be two parts with apparently differing functions. It is made from maple and oak wood with crystal all stuck together with strange glue. You have no idea how it works or what it does. All right. Brimstale. Hi. Hello, adventurer. What can I do for you? I've had a look at the other room now. So, what did you find? There was a pit with a crystalline-looking bowl in the center. Indeed. Sadly, I know very little about that. It looks elven to me, though. There is also a large, strange-looking machine. That's right. It was built by Oaknock. How do you know about that? That room used to be Oaknock's workshop. I'd also recognize his style anywhere. What does it do? I have no idea, but I know someone who might. There is one gnome left alive who knew Oaknock, and King Heathork and Glouphrie, for that matter. Who was that? Have a guess. Well, King Narnode tells me you've already visited him. Oh, I know. You're talking about Hazelmere, aren't you? Very good, young apprentice. Didn't he help create the Grand Tree? That's right. He was the third advisor to King Heathorg. Helthorg. He found and tended to the Grand Tree. If you are really interested in all of this, then could you do me a favor and visit Hazelmere for me? I've been meaning to go for a while, but I have responsibilities here. There's always someone who wants to use the rune essence mines. Of course, I'd love to. Good. Wait a minute. Am I going to have to translate everything he says using that dictionary again? Ha! He's an old-fashioned kind of gnome and doesn't like visitors much, but I'm sure he'll want to talk about the old days. But he only speaks ancient gnomish. That may be true, but he may just be faking it to deter visitors. Either way, he's a wise old gnome. If he really wants to talk to you, I'm sure he'll find a way. Well, all right, if you say so. What do you want me to ask him? Well, ask him if he knows anything about Oaknock's machine. And anything you can find about Glouphrie would be very interesting. Wouldn't you agree? Right then. I'd better be on my way. I'll be back soon. All right. Well, I guess I gotta find a way. Oh, gosh. Throat. Randomly hurting. Not cool. Alright. I will see you over at Hazelmere's. I gotta get to the fairy ring first. Hazelmere! Hey! The mage starts to speak, but all you hear is blah 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 blah. Hello, Hazelmere. Blah blah blah, human. Sarko. Brisdale has sent me to ask you some questions. Ha! Atara, I think that's not a word. Blah blah, messy, blah blah. I have some questions about the old days. Brimstale has been filling me in about gnomish history. Blah blah, blah, Brimstale, blah blah, human, blah, Minahar. It sounds like a fascinating time. It also sounds like some important things happened then. Events that we shouldn't forget. Laciniary? Blah, human, blah, blah, blah. He also found a machine. He says it was built by Oaknock. Oaknock? Ha! Blah, blah, Minapore, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 Oaknock, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Heathork. Cinco, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I don't understand a word you're saying. Imp many human. You feel very strange, as if Hazelmere has started poking around in your head. Oh dear. And yet, everything seems a lot clearer. Humph, not bad for a human. You can hear Hazelmere's voice in your head, but he's not moving his lips. Very strange. You understand what he's saying, though, which is a bonus. Weird. How are you doing this, Hazelmere? Old magic's beyond your human skill. You can stop flapping your big human lips as well. Just think. So, how do I do this? Wow, that's impressive. Brimstale was telling me that gnomes don't trust mages these days. Can you hear me? Glouphrie, wasn't it? He did something bad and got exiled? Oh, I'm feeling a little dizzy. You knew him well. You knew him, didn't you? What can you tell me about him? And what's this machine that Oaknock built? Isn't that magical as well? Do you know what it does? Stop whittering on the /9. You're giving me a headache. This mind speech is hard enough without having to listen to your incoherent babbling. Think about nothing. Clear your mind. Clear my mind? Hey, how did you know my name? I'm reading your mind, foolish human. How do you think? Now, clear your mind. How do I think about nothing? I'll give it a go. Tasty lobsters. Ah, I'm thinking about something. Stop thinking about lobsters. Pink lobsters, big lobsters, lobsters with wings. Wings! Lobsters don't have wings. I can't do this. Just shut up and listen. I have a story to tell you that will answer most of your questions. Let us travel back in time to the time you humans call the Fourth Age. King Heathork had become king. The elves mysteriously decided to travel west, leaving most of Kandarin open for conquest. The humans weren't here yet. Only King Heathork, I don't know. I keep reading it differently. You would think I would be able to be consistent. No, not at all. And the gnomes to the north, and a collection of goblin tribes to the south. Okay. Both armies moved to claim the lands, and were, of course, destined to meet in battle. Okay. And so it came to pass, the goblin and gnome armies met at the Battle of Etrissundi? I don't know. I don't think I said that right. Whatever. Both sides faced each other on the battlefield. A bloody battle was in prospect. Our gnomes were brave, but we were no match for the mass of brute goblin stupidity. Okay. Interesting. But Glouphrie and King Heathork had devised a plan. If you don't lead an invincible army, pretend you do. I'm not going to try to say that because it's auto-advancing. And so Glouphrie created an army of illusory giant tortoises, knowing that goblins would be scared of anything bigger than they were. Big Boss said nothing about these nomsies having monster tortoises. They be huges. Tortoises too scary and pointy. We runs away. All right. Bye-bye. Hey, was that you next to the tortoise? You look so handsome. Handsome? Huh. That was a long time ago. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Sadly, the golden times were not destined to last for long. There was once a very special spirit tree in the stronghold. Silver as a birch, old and wise. I considered him a friend. I called him Argento. His true name was unpronounceable. He was the first spirit tree I had befriended, and the one I knew the best. I would sometimes travel, visiting and finding other spirit trees, and during one such trip, I was filled with a great sense of foreboding. Okay. I felt a shadow pass over me, and a tingling in the air, even though the weather was fine and dry. Oh dear. Then I felt a sudden pain, as if the anima mundi was crying out with the loss of a favored child. Oh dear! And I knew that one of the old ones had died, and I had lost a friend. Oh dear! Well, that's unfortunate. I rushed straight back to the grand tree, only to find that no one had noticed anything, and that Argento was still standing, and seemed alive. But I knew something was wrong. He refused to talk to me, and his aura was no longer present. Someone had hidden his death. I talked to Oaknock, and he was incensed. He immediately blamed Glouphrie, and although Oaknock could be rather irrational when it came to Glouphrie, they never saw eye to eye. I knew he was right this time. Glouphrie had used his magics to hide the truth from all of us. Oaknock had made a machine, an anti-illusion machine, with some help from the elves. He prepared it and summoned the advisors to Argento. Okay.
Why have you summoned us here?
You'll see, sire. You'll see, sire. Switch the machine on. Oh no! What is the meaning of this? The silver spirit tree is dead.
Gasp.
Glouphrie has been using his foul arts to mask the truth. What other secrets has he been keeping? Explain yourself. I live to serve you, sire. I work for the good of us all. How can lying to your fellow gnomes be good? Some things are best kept in secret. Even from your king? Occasionally. Enough! How can I trust a gnome who hides things from me? No gnome can blame you for what you do not know. That is not how I rule. Glouphrie, you are no longer my advisor. Leave this place. Only the naive believe they can rule without someone like me. Your empire will crack, and gnomes will become but a joke. Sarko! So be it. I'll be watching. And so Glouphrie left and traveled with some companions to a place... Sorry. There was something in my mouth. Like a piece of food that was like stuck in my teeth, and it got unstuck from my teeth. And it was bothering me. I don't know why I'm explaining that. Because now I'm just rambling on about nothing important. And so Glouphrie left and traveled with some companions to a place they called Arpos Andra. Sure, Arpos Andra. We have heard nothing but rumors about them since. I see. Interesting. So where's this Arpos Randa place anyway? Nobody knows for certain. Somewhere rocky, I suppose. The rumor is that after founding his new home, Glouphrie used his magics to shroud the city in mist. Arspos Andra may not exist at all. However, I suspect that Glouphrie is still around, one way or another. Why do you think that? Just call it gnomish intuition. So the machine that Brimstale has found is the one that Oaknock built to stop Gulfrey's illusions. Do you know how it worked? I never studied it, but I believe it used elven magic. So it must have used crystals of some sort. Crystal discs. Yes, that sounds familiar. Actually, come to think of it, I think I may have one lying around. Here, take it. Take this. Maybe it will help you. Well, thank you, Hazelmere. You've told me a lot of things I need to ponder for a while. Very well. Oh, and when you see that lazy toad Brimstale, tell him next time he needs information to come himself. I'll do that. Very well. All right. We have a violet pentagon. Woo! I'll see you back at Brimstale. Okay, Brimstale, hey! Hello, adventurer, what can I do for you? I visited Hazelmere. He told me all sorts of interesting things. Ah, thank you, my young apprentice. What did he tell you? He told me quite a story. You may want to take notes. Excellent. I like a good story. Right, well, it starts during the Great Migration. You tell Brimstale everything Hazelmere told you. Brimstale takes lots of notes. So the machine emits an anti-illusion glamour. Yes. Glamour? What's that? Don't you know anything? A glamour is a type of enchantment or magical effect. Oh, yes, it does have such a glamour. It seems to use crystal discs to work in some way. You show Brimstale the disc Hazelmere gave you. Oh, crystal discs? I may have a few of those in a drawer somewhere. What's that? Something just moved behind you. Really? Wait, what's that banging noise? Oh no! Sabotage! What's happened to the machine? It's broken! Something is afoot. I sense sabotage. The machine is broken. I suspect sabotage. This is intolerable. How could this happen? I'm confused. It must have happened while we were here talking. But we were just standing here. How could someone get past us? I did see something odd behind you. Wait a minute. How did the saboteur know about the machine? You're the only person I've told about the machine. Hey, don't look at me like that. The only person I've talked to is Hazelmere. Surely this couldn't be the work of Hazelmere. That turncoat. Wait. None of this makes any sense. There must be another explanation. All right. Someone snuck in here without us noticing. How? The intruder must have been invisible. Right, and how does one make oneself invisible, my boy? Of course. I've seen this before. Karam in the 10th Squad used some sort of magic to make himself invisible. Do you think the 10th Squad did this? No, but I think our saboteur must have learned the same magics. Is Glouphrie still alive? Who knows? But he may well have taught the skills to his gnomes. You mean the gnomes that went with Glouphrie to Arsfodia? Arsforanda? Oh, gosh, dang, I can't speak. Right. And why would they sabotage an anti-illusion device? Because there is an illusion they want to remain hidden? Of course! Which makes it imperative that we fix this machine and find out what it is. Have a look at the machine and assess the damage. I'll hunt around my boxes and see if I can find anything that might help. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. You look at the damage done. There are two main wooden parts that need to be repaired. It looks as if you'll need two types of wood, maple and oak, to complete the repairs. It also looks as if everything was stuck together by some sort of resin-based glue that smells of pine and contains flecks of gray powder that glint and sparkle in a magical way. You think that you'll need some skill in construction, level 5, and the standard construction tools to repair the machine. Alright. Well, let's ground up a mud rune, combine it with a bucket of sap, get some magic glue. You start repairing the machine. Oh, beautiful. Hey, Brimstale, I fixed it. I'm a genius. Hello, adventurer, what can I do for you? I think I've fixed the machine now. Well done. You're almost as good as fixing things as a gnome. Who'd have thought? Though I still don't think it's actually activated. There appears to be some sort of lock on the front. I think I know what the discs are for, though. There's a slot in the front that looks like it might fit a disc. And a number. So, what do you think the number means? I'm not sure yet. Maybe I should put a disc into the slot and see what happens? That reminds me. I found those crystal discs I mentioned before. They're not quite the same as the one Hazelmere gave you, but they look similar in size and weight. They also look as if they might fit in the slots on both of the machines. Maybe I should try it out? I wonder if the different sizes and shapes mean anything. I've been thinking that as well. I shall ponder it some more. I'll work it out. That's the spirit. This is all good training for the mind. Do you have any more? Okay, there we go. I probably should have read all those, but whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Apparently, I don't care. Okay. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, violet. Interesting. We need 18. Hey! We did it. Okay. Okay. I would go through the process of trying to figure this out myself, but I do not have the time or patience for that. So we're just gonna cheat. I think I think Oaknock's machine is now unlocked. What do I do now? I wonder how it works. A similar way to the locking mechanism, I'd guess. There seems to be more than one slot. Maybe I need more than one disc? Oh, I've been rooting through my drawers, and I found a few more discs that you might find useful. Thanks. I'm sure they'll be very useful. All right. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, thank goodness. All right, that took longer than I wanted it to. But we can cut it out, so it's fine. Huzzah! It's working! Well done, the /9. I knew you'd work it out. I'll make a mage out of you yet. Wait, what's happening? Oh no! Ugh! What on earth? Izzy! No, there's something very wrong going on here. We've been had! Die! Phew, I've got the machine working now. What do I need to do now? Well, it seems that Izzy was not so cute after all. How awful! How mysterious! So this was the illusion, our brain. I hate you. Sandrians, sure, went to so much effort to conceal a pet that wasn't cute enough. Where did you find this one? Izzy just wandered into my cave. He was cute and friendly, so I kept him. He seemed very curious, and he used to watch me do my researches. I liked the companionship. Research is lonely work. So he's been keeping an eye on you while you do important magical research. I suppose it has. I hadn't thought of it like that. I'm sure I've seen others of those creatures around the place. Where? I think King Narnode has one, and I think I saw one by the gates, and I'm sure I've seen a few more wandering about. In other words, all places to keep an eye on when what's going on in the stronghold. Oh my goodness! I think I'm beginning to understand where you're going with this. Yes, they must be spies. They are watching us with those creepy red eyes, and they must have told someone that we were working on the machine. So that horrible thing was listening to us all along. You better tell the king what's going on.
All right. Let us find these creepy creatures and murder them with rage. There it is! Evil creature! Boom! Aha! Okay. There! I'm missing. Alright. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Let's look around for more. Aha! There you are. Gotcha! Stupid evil bug creatures. You think you can win? Not today! Gotcha! I'll talk to the king once I've got the last one gone. Gotcha! You've killed all the creatures now. You better tell the king. Alright. King! Have you found all of those spies yet? I think so. There were 6 in total. Thank goodness. Thank you for your help. Brimstale has also tells me that you helped him a lot, finding out what was going on. Help? I did all the hard work. Aha! Getting others to do the donkey work seems to be a skill that mages develop well. So, what will you do now? Well, I have many things to think about. Why are the Arphos Sandrians spying on us, and what are they planning? It's certainly worrying, and whoever sabotaged the machine couldn't have been far from here. Are there gnomes here who are also spies? Indeed. That is another thing that worries me. If you find out more, I'd be willing to help investigate. That may well be useful. Thank you. I may well call for your help again. Oh, before you leave, I have something you might like. What's that? It was passed down to me from king to king. It belonged to Oaknock. He proclaimed that only a hero of the gnomes should have it. I think you count as a hero. Also, since you've been looking into Oaknock, you might be able to work out what it is. King Narnode gives you a small crystal seed. I wonder what it does. Well, I'm sure that your magical research skills will help you there. Good luck. All right. We get 2 quest points, 12,000 magic XP, 6,000 runecrafting XP, 2,500 woodcutting XP, 250 construction XP, and a crystal seed. Runecrafting is now level 42. Can now make 4 mind runes with each essence. We can now infuse split bark boots and gauntlets with nature runes. Okay. Cool. Alright. I'm probably going to skip ahead to where we need to go for the other thing. The other quest that we had started. Because I still want to get that done. Okay, before we did that, I just wanted to get that out of the way. We have now made a crystal saw out of the
the seed that we got. The crystal saw, I believe, it allows us to make items that require a saw in construction three levels above our actual construction level. It only has 28 charges, but you can recharge it for free by going to that crystal bowl. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you back where we need to be. Okay. Well, here's a campsite. Amongst the scattered books, and one in particular grabs your attention. There seems to be something poking out from between the pages. As you open the book, something falls out from between the pages. It appears to be a small metal feather. Okay. William Oddity's Guide to the Avian. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Some of the equipment seems to have been trampled into the ground. A few logs are still burning, so it can't have been unattended long. Alright. There's eagles! Oh my! This area of rock doesn't quite seem to match the rest of the cliff face. There appears to be a thin vertical slot in the middle of the rock, with what appears to be a carving of a feather above it. Carving of a feather, you say? You place the metal feather into the groove in the cliff face. It seems to catch in some sort of mechanism. Part of the cliff face swings outward to reveal a tunnel heading into the mountain. Well. Cool.
Hello? Excuse me?
Hi. Hello. Are you Nicholas?
Aha! I see my reputation precedes me. Yes, I am the renowned hunter and explorer Nicholas. You've arrived just in time to witness a very monumentous occasion, for I have just discovered the nest of a giant eagle. And a most amazing discovery it is too, even if I do say so myself.
The attorney zookeeper sent me to find you.
Ah, yes, he sent me to find a ferret, a trivial task, and one which pales in comparison compared to this monumentous discovery. I'm sure he can wait.
Well, if you gave me a ferret, I could take it back for you.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I'm afraid all my equipment is down at the campsite. I'd go with you, but currently I'm somewhat,
trapped.
Well, I think trapped is quite a negative way of looking at it. I will admit, however, that getting out of here may be a little tricky. I did have a plan, but unfortunately, it didn't involve being stuck in this nest.
Could I help at all?
Actually, I believe you could. I need to somehow trick the eagles into thinking I'm one of them. Could you fashion some sort of disguise for me?
What would that involve?
Well, you could go and speak to the fancy dress shop owner in Varrock. He can make anything if you give him the right materials. In fact, you should probably get a couple of disguises, one for each of us.
That's a good idea. There are plenty of feathers around here. I'll see what I can do. All right. Let's go ahead and pick up some giant feathers. Also, I kind of missed the fact that we needed to go to Varrock. So that's, it's a bit of a predicament. I guess we'll teleport to pest control so we can get to a bank and then teleport to Varrock from there. I'll see you at the fancy dress shop. Hey, buddy, old pal of mine.
Now, you look like someone who goes to a lot of fancy dress parties.
What are you saying exactly?
I'm just saying that perhaps you would like to peruse my selection of garments. Or if that doesn't interest you, then maybe you have something else to offer. I'm always on the lookout for interesting or unusual new materials.
Well, specifically, I'm after a couple of bird costumes.
Ah, an inspired choice. What kind of bird were you thinking?
A giant eagle.
Very interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any giant eagle costumes in stock at the moment. Of course, if I had the materials, I could make them for you.
What materials would you need?
Well, the main problem is that I'm fresh out of giant eagle feathers. I've been meaning to get onto my supplier about that for some time.
Wait a second. You have a supplier? But I thought nobody knew where to find the nests.
Well, there was some chap in desert. There was some chap in desert clothing. He said his name was Ollie. He assured me they were giant eagle feathers. Although, when I come to think about it, they were suspiciously similar to chicken feathers. Anyway, you're probably looking at about 10 giant eagle feathers, assuming you can find a nest. I'd also need some swamp tar to hold things together, and some yellow dye for the beaks. Everything else I can supply myself.
I'll see what I can do.
Surprise! I'm a psychic!
I've got the feathers and materials you requested.
Certainly. It'll cost you 50 gold pieces.
Okay, here's the materials.
Eagle me up. Here we go. 2 eagle costumes. You should be the envy of the entire party with those.
Thanks. Squaw, squaw. I'm an eagle. Squaw, squaw. Beautiful. All right. I will be back once I get back to Eagle Peak. Here we go.
All right. I'm an eagle. I'm an eagle. I'm an eagle, eagle, eagle.
However, things are a bit complicated. All right.
Well,
that is a pedestal.
All right.
This is going to be complicated.
Okay. I'm gonna do maybe a little bit of cheating. Just because this is going to take a bit. Alright. We go this way. Thank you, birds. Hi, bird. Bye, bird. Oh, hold on. Go ahead and put that there. To get some energy back. That would help. Okay.
Keep on moving, keep on grooving. We shall pull this lever. Again! Hooray! Alright, let's go down here. Ha ha! Alright. Q. Pull. Do 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 do. Hey bird, come over here. I know you're a statue, but I'm still gonna call you a bird because you look like a bird, even though you're a rock. Okay. Let's pull this lever. This is probably where I would like, if I was doing quests one episode at a time, I'd probably try to spend more time and like not just follow the quick guide, but like, I don't know, there's a bit of an anxiety of like, oh, I don't want to take like 3 hours to do a 1 hour quest just because I'm not, like, I'm missing a puzzle or something, or I didn't pay attention to the dialogue enough or something. So I don't know. I just get stressed. So I just want to make sure that I progress at a decent pace. Anyway, a golden feather. Whoa. Fancy that. Okay, I believe I'm out of run energies, so yeah, I've just got to walk. This is fine. The reason why we need these is because there's a door there. Alright, he doesn't want to talk to me. Fine. I will help you. Okay. There is a clear patch in the layer of dust covering the top of the pedestal. It looks like something lay here recently. Around the base of the pedestal, you spy what appears to be faint footprints leading away from the area. Alright. Okay, maybe these rocks? Nope. An opening. You peer down the tunnel for signs of a mysterious creature. Oh, did I have an option of... Oh, I must have... I think I missed the dialogue box where I was supposed to taunt this thing. Because apparently I could have done it without having to murder it. Oh well.
I don't care.
I am bird. I am powerful. Die.
Aha. Okay, got a silver feather.
That's cool.
All right. There is one more cave that we should probably check out. That appears to be a trap. Sure, let's take it anyway. Oh dear! Well, at least we weren't stuck in it. We kind of did the hardest one first. Aha! Now we have gold, silver, and bronze. Click. Click. And click. As you insert the metallic feather into the final indentation, you hear a low grinding, as if stone blocks were moving against one another.
Hi, bird. Bye, bird.
Hello, Nicholas. How are you getting on with your discoveries?
What's this? A young hatchling? Oh no, I hope it doesn't think I'm its dinner.
No, Nicholas, it's me. I'm just in disguise.
You're sure? You're sure you're not going to eat me?
No, of course not. You sent me to get an eagle outfit, remember? So you could get out of this nest?
Wow, that is a really convincing disguise. Have you got one for me too?
Yes, I have one right here. You give Nikolaus a fake beak and an eagle feather cape.
Excellent. Now there is no way the eagle will be able to tell me from one of its own. Now you run off. I'll meet you back down at the campsite.
Okay. All right. Cool, cool.
Well, we'll do just that.
Okay. All right. We're wrapping up, I believe. Because we should be at the end of the quest. Hey, look at that. He's right there. Hello again, Nikolaus.
Ah, hello again. Can I help you at all?
Well, I was originally sent to find you because of a ferret. Can you get me one at all?
I'll do better than that. I'll teach you how to capture one yourself.
That sounds good to me. What do I do?
Come with me and I'll show you.
Okay. Okay, so we've baited the trap with meat. Now what?
And now we wait. Quietly.
But what if I don't like waiting for things?
Did I mention we wait quietly? Shh, here comes something.
Ferret, ferret, ferret.
Trap. Aha, there you go. One gift-wrapped ferret ready for delivery.
Very, very clever.
See, it's all just a matter of patience.
Great, thanks. Okay. That kind of just advanced the dialogue without me intending to. Alright, might have been my double click.
Charlie! I've got your ferret!
Okay.
Hello again. Have you had any luck finding a clue as to Nikolaus's whereabouts yet?
Yes, I have actually. He'd been abducted by giant eagles, but I managed to rescue him. He's now gotten back to his hunting.
Giant eagles? What a strange notion. Well, regardless, if you found him, can you tell him to hurry up with that ferret?
Even better, I have a ferret right here for you.
You do? Ah, yes, wonderful. I never doubted you for a second. That'll make a fine addition to the zoo.
Hooray! 2 quest points, 2,500 hunter XP, the eagle transport access, and ability to use box traps. Alright, I was waiting to see if I was going to get a hunter level. No, not quite. So the eagle transport, basically there are a couple of different places that the eagle transport system can take you to. It can take you to Eagle's Peak, it can take you to Relica, it can take you to Feldip, and it can take you to Uzer, which is in the desert. Going to all of those locations is actually required for the the various achievement diaries. So I'm going to go over there, but while I'm on the way over there, we're just going to end the episode. So thank you all so much for watching this. Next time, there's a couple of ideas that I've got bouncing around. Honestly, I would really love to be able to get to Magic level 59 today, so that way I can do... a long time ago at this point, we started Family Crest, and we need level 59 Magic for that. There is, I believe, one quest that I can do to get the XP that I need. It's not quite enough, but it'll get me close. And then I can probably train the rest of the way real quick. But for now, that's probably going to be my goal-ish. But for now, we're going to stop it here. So thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.